Hey guys, it's Christy. Welcome back. If you're new here, I basically post lifestyle content, faith-based content, and get ready with me videos here on my channel. You guys get to meet Muffin Muffledorf. This is my Mrs. Muffin. She's a cutie patootie. She's 1 year old, and she just likes to pop around here and say hi, Muffin. Treat. You want a treat, Muffin? You're so cute. I love you. I know you love me too, my young Muffin. Alright, you guys, a lot has happened since the last time I filmed a video for you guys. Man, where do I even start? School's going great. I'm doing really good in my chemistry class, which I was really nervous about in the beginning of the semester, even before it even started, because does that even matter? I don't know. This weekend I went to a soccer game and it was fun. Our team won 5-0, which is really cool. So first and foremost, I want to start with something that was going on in my mind last week. I was watching a video and this girl, she's epileptic, well, she suffers from seizures, and she has a service dog that was basically letting her know while she was in the shower that she was about to have a seizure, and she had to get to safety, brought her medication, whatever she needed to make sure that she would be okay. And so I just seen her going through her seizure on the floor, and it just hit me really hard because I realized that I'm very blessed with the health that I have, and I don't have something like that where you have to have a certain lifestyle to suit whatever it is that you have, right? Like seizures, it's like a limitation, but yet you see people with health conditions and things like that, or even people that are born without limbs, right? And they are so resilient, and they do so much more than someone like me, for example, which I have nothing to stop me but my own excuses in my own mind. And so watching that video humbled me a lot and woke me up and made me realize that how much potential is just lying dormant inside of me. I don't have any of these limitations, but yet here I am watching Netflix when I could be doing something or doing more and not just letting that potential go to waste. And it brought me to a place of gratitude, I should say. I'm really grateful for the health that I have, and I think a way to show how grateful you are for something is to use it, right? Use your health for something more than just lying there dormant. I don't know. That made me think of how much potential is just there dormant, not doing anything with it. And so that was what I was gonna film and upload for you guys last week, and I ended up not doing it, but here I am. That's all that matters. Something that I picked up on from the last sermon, the service that I went to this Sunday, was how we influence others around us, right? And he talked about a lot of different ways you can influence others, right? A lot of people ask, well, why do these new generations not want to get married? And it really comes down to what they see in the previous generation's marriages, right? How are your children, how do they see your marriage, and why is it that they don't want to get married? Is it because your marriage is not succeeding or not the way that they want or imagine it to be? So basically, how are you influencing other people around you, even when it comes to being a Christian? What do people see? The way that you live your life, how do they see that, and how would that make them want to become a Christian? A lot of people have this misconception that because you are living a life for Christ that you should be boring, or your life should look a certain way, and or there are Christians that are doing all the things that they shouldn't be doing, but yet how a lot of people will say, well, I don't go to church because there's just hypocrites there, which that I get it, but the point is, how you are living your life is how you will influence those around you. So it's just a question to ask yourself, how are you influencing those around you? And also, God has not given us the spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. So as of lately in my life, I've been challenging myself to step out in faith and just do things that I normally wouldn't do, that even though I'm afraid, I do it anyways, and I try to be courageous, I guess you could say. And I feel like that really is the way to change. I think, I don't know if a lot of you know about psychology or anything like that, but there's this term in psychology called neuroplasticity, which is actually a way that your brain can develop new neurons and new pathways, and you can actually change your brain and your mind. And so in order to do that, you need to learn new things. And I think your brain is always learning, right? It's always being changed in some way, and I think it could be in the positive way and a negative way, depending on your environment, depending on what you're doing and all of that. So I think that it is possible to maybe become a little less timid, right? Maybe break out of that shell. And I think in any way that you try to do this, the best way to do this and to approach this, in my personal experience, is to challenge myself and actually do the things that scare me. And every single time that I do something, even though I've been really scared and I've had all these thoughts in my mind of why I shouldn't do it, I always prove those thoughts wrong. There's literally nothing to be afraid of. And so I guess that's what I am on right now, the path in my healing, my shyness, or changing it, I guess. I know that if it's something that is your personality, which I guess I've been shy most of my life, selectively shy. But so this is the whole reason why I wanted to talk about this. Because the other day I went to Starbucks. Well, I went in Vons, I think it was a Vons, and there was a little Starbucks kiosk. And so as I'm walking to the Starbucks kiosk, one of the girls, not the one that was at the register, but the other girl, screams across, not screams, but raises her voice so I can hear, across the little kiosk stand. And she says, "Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful." And then I was like, "Oh my god, thank you." And then I was about to say, "I love your eyelashes." And then she said, "I love your eyelashes. Are those your eyelashes?" And then we had this whole moment, right? And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so amazing." I really needed to hear that day. In that moment, I felt like that was a genuine little connection. It was cool. And so then the girl takes my order and all of that. And I go to the other side to wait for my drink. And I don't know what we were talking about. And then they started talking. And then the other girl was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." She's an extrovert. What did she say? She's a little too extroverted or something like that. And so I was like, no, I wish I was more like that, to be honest. And then later on, I was reflecting on it and I was like, why should she feel like she has to apologize for her coworker because she's extroverted and she's given a compliment? And so I started thinking and I was like, well, perhaps she wishes that she was a little more extroverted like her, or just like, why does she have to make her feel bad for being extroverted? You know what I mean? And so that comes to my other topic of, if you're a quiet person, you don't have to change for others to like you, and vice versa. If you're an extrovert, just be an extrovert. I get it, you have to be a kind person as well. You can't just go around giving, your unsolicited opinion to people that don't ask for it or whatever. Just being kind in that way. But you can be an extrovert and be a kind person. You don't have to go around talking smack. Anyways, that's beyond the point. The point is that sometimes who you are as a person will irritate other people and it won't click with them, right? Because they either want to be more like that or they simply feel bad for who they are because they're not like that. Does that make sense? Also, you don't have to live life trying to please everyone, and there will always be people that don't like you. You're not money so that everybody can like you, right? I think the moment you realize that you can't make everyone happy and some people are just not gonna like you, you just embrace who you are and you don't go around trying to change people to better suit you or who you want to be or who you want them to be. And it's so freeing. Just be who you are. If you're shy, if you're more quiet, then be that. When I say that I want to change, I want to stop being so shy, I mean that from a place of, I don't want to change who I am because I will always be more quiet than the average person or extroverted person. But I don't want fear to determine whether I talk to people or not, or how much I interact with other people, right? I want genuine friendships. I want connections. I want to talk to people. I want to be out in the world. Those are desires in my heart, and it's hard for me, but it's because of fear. And so that's it. That's all that I have for you today. I just want to encourage you to embrace who you are and embrace who those around you are. If they're more extroverted than you, so be it. I understand that sometimes it will irritate others for whatever reason, but I'm just here to encourage you today and this week to just be you and don't try to fit in with the rest of the world. The moment you realize that, you walk around in this confidence, right? You're just you, and no one can take that from you. And that's such a beautiful way to just live life. Que te iba a decir? Even though things go on in life everywhere around me, it's like anyone else, there's always a peace in it, knowing that God will handle everything. But let me know what you guys have been up to. If there's anyone still watching my videos, I do apologize, as I've been doing every single time I don't upload for a while, but I apologize for not uploading in a minute. I do want to be more consistent, and I'm gonna make it happen. I'm a woman of my word. I miss you guys, but I have homework to do. I'm gonna go do that. I love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next week with another video. Uno por semana. I'm gonna be filming at least one video per week, you guys, and I'm gonna be uploading them every Wednesday. I'm committing to every Wednesday I will be uploading a video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, let me know in the comments below